Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Robin Pilkey, and I'm the current chair at the Toronto District School Board. I'm the trustee for Parkdale High Park, which is the ward directly south of here. On behalf of the trustee and our local trustee, on behalf of the TDSB and our local trustee, Chris Tonks, who wanted to join us but unfortunately had a previous work commitment, I would like to welcome you to Dennis Street Public School. Principal Karen Ridley is with us, as well as many guests this morning, including the Honourable Mitzie Hunter, Ontario Minister of Education, Indira Naidoo-Harris, Associate Minister of Education, responsible for early years and childcare, local MPP, Laura Albanese, who is this MPP for this riding, which is York South-Weston. We have John Malloy, who's our Director of Education, Carleen Jackson, who's Associate Director of Operations and Service Excellent, and Vicki Branco, who's our School Superintendent, and she's sitting in the second row. Let me tell you a little bit about the school that you're at today. Dennis Avenue Community School is located in the historic community of Mount Dennis, which was founded in 1797. There is a strong partnership between our school parents and community, which is essential to create an environment that promotes academic growth, social development, and a positive feeling of self-worth. We're looking forward to hear what our friends here from government are going to tell us, as we have as we know, a strong financial commitment in our schools, such as Dennis Avenue, allows the TDSB to provide students with healthier learning environments for growth. Together, we can continue investing not only in our students, but in our communities, benefiting generations to come. Thank you. I would like to please welcome MPP Albanese.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm very pleased, I'm actually thrilled to be here today together with two of my dearest colleagues, Minister of Education for the Province of Ontario, Mitzie Hunter, and Indira Naidoo-Harris, Minister responsible for early years and childcare and the status of women. Welcome to the riding of York South-Weston, and welcome to Dennis Avenue Community School. I also would like to thank the Principal Karen Ridley for hosting us, and Trustee Chris Tonks, although he's not here. He has been working tirelessly for this project, but also, I would say, for students and for schools in this area for many, many years. So I want to make sure to thank him, and I also would like to recognize and thank everyone who's here from the Toronto District School Board for the work that you do for students and families in our city every single day. So everyone here today has been deeply involved in promoting education and equitable opportunities for youth. And throughout her tenure as a minister, education minister, Mitzie Hunter has recognized that need and worked actively to address it. Just like the riding of York South-Weston, where we are in today, her riding of Scarborough-Guildwood is both extremely diverse and faces challenges in improving equality and strong outcomes for all communities. Mitzie, Minister Hunter, is very dedicated to improving the outcomes for all students across the province and clearly recognizes the importance of social justice in our education system. The investments that we make in education can make a real difference in the lives of young people and communities across this province. As a young mother, I lived in this neighborhood. And as a grandmother now, I look forward to building every day a stronger education system for all of our children. We are in a neighborhood in transformation, and the announcement that we'll hear today will make a very significant difference in the lives of children that are running through the halls today in this school and many others in the province. So please join me in welcoming Mitzie, Minister Hunter, for an important announcements about our future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura. I really loved your opening remarks and commenting both as a mom who lived here, but also as a grandmother. And today's announcement is very much about our future in education. So I'm very thrilled to be here with all of you. Good morning, bonjour, bonjour. It's, of course, an opportunity for me to talk about our great education system and the investments that we're making. And I just want to say to the TDSB that I recognize that you lead the most diverse and the largest school board that we have in our province and our country, and it's wonderful to have this partnership with you and the work that we do on behalf of the whole community. So it's really great. Thank you, Principal Ridley, for having us in your beautiful, lovely school. Laura, I want to just say that you are a champion of this community in York South-Weston, but also in your ministry in citizenship and immigration, a champion for those who are newly arrived in our province, and the work that we did together in settling the Syrian families and the response, and just the seamlessness in which those 5,500 children and students who came to our province and our country is really a testament to the work of you and your ministry. I want to recognize that Toronto is on the traditional territories of Indigenous people dating back countless generations. I want to show respect for their contributions and recognize the role of treaties in forming what is Ontario, because hundreds of years after those treaties are signed, they are relevant to all of us today. So I want to show that respect. So it is such a pleasure to be here at Dennis Avenue Community School. And we were just talking as we were on our way in, saying that, you know, this area is where some of the earliest settlers, when they settled in Ontario, and schools were part of that. Right? So our commitment to education in this province dates back before we were even a province and a country. Je suis heureuse d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui. I want to thank you for your warm welcome today, Principal, and myself and my colleagues, Minister Naidoo-Harris, our minister responsible for early years and childcare, are here with a very exciting announcement, and as well as with our local MPP, Laura Albanese, who is a champion for the York South-Weston community. Visiting schools and seeing how students are learning is something that it's really the best part of my work. And Superintendent, we see each other all the time because I am always in our schools in and around the community. And schools are where I get to see how students are learning and how they're experiencing our public education system here in Ontario. So on Friday, of course, where was I? I was in a kindergarten class at Kensington Community School. What a beautiful, lovely school. And I got to see our kindergarten students engaged in play-based learning. And of course, this is part of our commitment to full-day kindergarten in this province. And those students told me how we can make our world, our earth, better, how we can take care of our earth, and how our actions can have a negative impact. In fact, one young boy, Nigel, I believe his name was, he said, "Don't mess it up." To the point. So when it comes to our planet, we have to take care of it. So how and where students learn is crucial to their future. We know that schools are at the heart of our communities. Schools are the places where students learn and they grow. They make new friends and they develop the skills that they need for their future success. Today, I am so looking forward to visiting Ms. E's grade 2 and 3 class to learn more about the wonderful projects that they've been working on using their iPads to create their own movies. This brings me to why we are here this morning. I think we can all agree that having an improved and modern school facility helps to lay the foundation for a better learning experience for our students. Over a decade ago, we inherited a school system that was in disrepair. And since then, we have invested more than $18 billion towards building more than 860 new schools and 840 additions and improvements. Our track record is proof that education in Ontario is and continues to be a priority so that more students are learning in an environment that fosters achievement and well-being. Despite these investments, we know that there is still more work to do. And we will continue to invest in our youngest learners so that they can continue to grow, become successful, and solve some of the toughest challenges that we face. I am here today because I care about making Ontario schools the best place that they can be for all students. So I'm pleased to share with you that Ontario is investing $10.8 million towards the construction of a new replacement facility for Dennis Avenue Community School. And another $4.5 million to construct an addition at George Symes at George Symes Community School, not too far from here. Dennis Avenue Community School, Dennis Avenue Community School will feature enough space to welcome more than 300 local students. The new addition at George Symes will also welcome an additional 90 students. Before you know it, even more local students will have access to modern, high-quality facilities to support them from kindergarten through grade 8. And as they learn, play, and grow with this brand new school building, we're making an important investment for the future of your community. And across the province, we want more students and more families to benefit in the same way. And that is why this year we're making a significant investment in new school infrastructure. Ontario is committing more than $784 million towards 79 new projects across the province, including 39 brand new schools and 40 major additions and renovations. That means more than 46,000 students across the province will benefit from new state-of-the-art facilities. So as you can tell, we're making big investments, but we're also making a wise investment. Because when we invest in things like high-quality school buildings for students, we're making an investment in the children of Ontario. These investments will not only support students from kindergarten to grade 12, but also some of our youngest learners. There's no smarter investment for the future of our province. And I'd like to invite Minister Naidoo-Harris to share some great news. So thank you, merci, and miigwech. Minister Naidoo-Harris.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Minister Hunter, and it is so good to be here with you and also Minister Albanese. Both amazing women, I must say, and doing such important work with your portfolios. And what a fantastic day this is today. You know, such a great announcement. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour, bonjour, Annie. I can't tell you how pleased I am to be here with you all today, because this is absolutely a great day. It's a great day for educators, a great day for parents, and a great day for children in our province, because today's announcements will absolutely help to give our kids the best possible start in life. And I'd like to start by saying thank you. Thank you to all of you for joining us here today. A big thank you to Principal Ridley, Chair Pilkey, Director Malloy, and Director Damaso for all that you do day in and day out to ensure that our children and families are getting the best possible education they can in our province. A special thank you to the staff and students here at Dennis Avenue Community School for hosting us this morning. You know, it's not always easy for these schools when we come in and there's media and there's all kinds of people. And I just want to thank you for being able to accommodate us so warmly and help us in every way. So thank you. It's good to be here. Absolutely. I've already seen so many young faces in the hallways and seen teachers, and I'm looking forward to being able to tour later on and get a chance to get to know some of the staff and students here better. I want to thank Minister Hunter for the amazing announcement she just shared with us. Her commitment to building valuable supports for kids is going to help so many young people, kids, families, and communities in our province. You know, not a day goes by without those of us on the childcare and education team thinking about how we can give our kids a strong start in life. That's because we know it is important for our children to grow up in safe, healthy environments, and we know that when that happens, magic happens, because everyone benefits. And so today, I too have the pleasure of sharing some great news with all of you, news that will affect families across our province. In fact, I'm thrilled to tell you today about how we are building childcare for families, in some instances from the ground up, with capital. So today, I'm pleased to announce that we are investing close to $80 million to support the building of over 2,700 new childcare spaces in Ontario. These projects will include the creation, that's great news. These projects will include the creation of 157 new childcare rooms and over $17 million to support over 30 new early-on rooms. So just think about that. I think this is fantastic news. Thousands of families in Ontario are now going to be able to access new childcare spaces right in their neighborhood schools. It's convenient, it's close by, and it's going to be a huge support to these families. This is good for kids, good for educators, and good for families. This gives families the support they need right where they need it, which is close to home. It's part of that commitment that we always made to help families be able to get the supports they need when it comes to childcare. And it's part of that commitment that we made some time back to transform the way we are delivering childcare in the province. And it's a commitment that I have to say I'm very proud of. In fact, your new school building here will include 5 new childcare rooms that will help, yes, 5 new. That will help to meet the growing needs of families in this community. These new rooms will have space for 88 infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. And they will give more parents access to high-quality, licensed childcare in a safe learning environment that's nearby. That's so important. It will make for an easier way for parents to be able to get to work, and it will also be a real support for local families. I'm pleased that our government is making this investment in our communities. You know, I've spent a lot of time traveling around Ontario, and it's been amazing. The people are amazing. And during those travels, I've had a chance to talk to parents, care providers, and of course, educators about what's needed when it comes to childcare in our province. And I've heard time and time again from all of them that access to safe, affordable, and quality childcare is what they want. And this can make a real difference in the everyday lives of families in our province, no question. It's an essential building block for working families and strong communities. That's why we are creating more childcare spaces and supports for families who need it most. In fact, just last month, Premier Wynne and I announced more than 8,400 new spaces in schools across the province. And today's announcement is especially great news because it means we're building even more spaces than originally planned. More than 11,000 new childcare school-based spaces in total. That's a number that we're proud of and that I'm proud of. And it's a number that I think we should all be proud of, because the work is getting done. I want you to know that we are committed to improving the way we deliver childcare in this province, and it's part of our broader plan to help create 100,000 more spaces and allow 100,000 more of Ontario's youngest children to get access to licensed childcare. But that's not all. We are transforming the way we are delivering early years and childcare provinces in this province, and that means the creation of dozens more early on child and family centers and programs. These supports provide valuable resources to families, whether they use childcare or not. That's something that you need to understand about what our early on child and family centers are all about. They're places where families and caregivers can access drop-in programs, workshops, and resources so our kids can get the best possible start in life, and so their parents can also have the tools and resources they need to be great parents. Our work to transform our early years and childcare system is about helping parents, families, and children. It's the right thing to do. It's about making life easier for families. It's about building a system that gives children a strong start in life. And it's about building a stronger future for all of us. With today's announcement of these new childcare spaces, we're taking another important step forward towards delivering on that goal. So thank you, merci, thank you for listening to us. Minister Hunter and I would now like to be very pleased and would be pleased to take some of your questions. And Minister Albanese, come on up.
Minister Naidoo-Harris,
Sure.
people across the province are saying that they can no longer afford daycare, because daycare centers are raising their rates because of the increase in minimum wage. How do you respond to that?
We absolutely have always recognized that we need to build a solid system when it comes to providing childcare in our province. In fact, this is the first time that a minister responsible for early years and childcare has been designated, and it's because this is a system and this is a project that we take seriously. We knew that there would be increasing pressures when it comes to delivering childcare, and so we really worked hard to ensure that we were working on affordability measures. And part of that was creating a fee stabilization fee of $12.7 million. We moved that forward last November to ensure that municipalities would be able to get to work right away to be able to provide those supports to childcare centers that were needing those supports. And so really, this is about working with our municipalities and with parents. We're encouraging municipalities now to move that fee stabilization funding forward as quickly and as efficiently as possible, using their guidelines, of course, and doing their due diligence. But we are working with them to ensure that we're doing everything we can to assist parents and provide the best quality childcare we can. And so we're working on that. But I just want you to know that that's not all. Affordability has always been recognized as being a challenge for families. And so we're doing a number of different things. So $12.7 million that we move forward in fee stabilization. Also an extra $200 million that we move forward in operating costs. In addition, $190 million that we move forward with wage enhancements. All of these pieces fit together to ensure and to help families get the support that they need and allow daycare and childcare providers to be able to get the job done. But we recognized that we would need a longer-term solution. We always knew that we needed to fix the system. And so these are the measures we're moving forward with immediately to take care of the problems right now. But in addition, there is an affordability study underway. As you know, Dr. Gordon Cleveland is working on that. He is going to be delivering that strategy actually in winter 2018, so I'm expecting it any time now, and we're all looking forward to it because that's where we will find the true solutions to some of the challenges we're facing with that and our workforce strategy. So I want you all to understand that we're actually on top of this. We've been working hard. The money has moved forward. Additional money has moved forward. We are now working on with our municipalities to make sure that they get the support that they need so that we can ensure that families are getting the support as quickly as possible. Are there challenges out there? Absolutely. But we are all working together because this is about making sure that parents get that support, and in the end, our children get the best quality child care that they could possibly have.
There are people getting bills that are saying that their monthly fees are going up by $370 a month, and that $12.7 million in stabilization isn't enough. That's what they're being told by their providers. You've got a study coming eventually, but there's people that have to pay this money now. What are you going to do for people that are dealing with it now?
So, as I mentioned earlier, we are working with our municipalities. Absolutely, we know there are challenges. This money, remember, was moved almost 2 months ago. 2 months ago, moved forward. It is now on behalf, the municipalities have to work with their teams to flow that money forward. I'm asking for updates through our ministry to work with the municipalities to see where there may be supports that they need and assistance that they may need if they're facing challenges. But we're working with them to get the job done because we recognize that there would be some challenges that could be faced, and the fee stabilization was one tool of many tools. $200 million in operating funding, $190 million in wage enhancements, and also the affordability study that should be coming forward in any time now in the weeks ahead.
Well, you can see where parents would feel frustrated when this is something that you've been working on for a while, you knew it was coming, and here it is, and they're still paying more, and now they're being told, just wait, we'll fix it eventually.
So, I have to say that we have been working hard with families and with municipalities and with our educators, care providers, and also our experts to get this right. It's important that if we are going to transform the way we deliver childcare in this province, that we get it right, that we use the funds the way they should be used, and that we do our due diligence to ensure that safety is important and that we are creating healthy environments. We're working hard to do that. I have to tell you, I've talked with municipalities and care providers. I have a roundtable of childcare providers and experts that I actually get advice from about what it is that they would like to see us do. And every time I meet with them, they're always saying to me and saying to us, thank you. They're saying that this is the first time that a government has stepped in and really done the hard work to build a system from the bottom up, and at the same time has been working hard to deliver the supports and services that are needed immediately. It's not an easy job. And I know that there are challenges out there that the families are facing, but we are working hard with our partners, with our federal partners, our municipal partners, our care providers, our educators, and with families and with parents to get it right. And we are getting it right. Are there some challenges that families are still facing? Absolutely. That's why we are working hard right now to ensure that we're doing everything we can to react as quickly as we can. And that is why I've asked our local my ministry folks to work with our municipalities to ensure that they are giving us updates, and if they need more assistance and support, they'll get it.
So what has gone wrong here? Have the municipalities moved too slowly? Is it illegitimate of daycare providers to raise their rates to cover the minimum wage increase? What has gone wrong?
So I've asked for an update in terms of where things are at with our municipalities, just to ensure that things are moving forward efficiently. I'll probably have a better idea of what is happening in terms of those situations after we get our updates back. So we are reaching out. We are being proactive, reaching out to all of those municipalities and saying, essentially, how can we help? We've moved money forward. We've asked you to move and flow this money forward as quickly and efficiently as possible. In some instances, I suspect this is going forward at a reasonable pace. In other instances, it may be that some municipalities need some help. Because remember, doing that due diligence and following the guidelines is important. There are expectations to ensure that the money is going where it should be going and where it's needed. And so, sometimes things take time. But absolutely, we are listening and sensitive to the concerns of parents. We want to ensure that those parents are getting those supports, and we want to make sure that we are improving the situation for everyone.
So what is the process for a particular daycare to get their hands on a piece of that $12.7 million? Where's the money right now? Is it with the provinces, with the municipalities? Who's that money with, and how can the daycare provider actually get that money?
Well, thank you for that question, because I think it's important to remind everyone that while the province funds childcare, we don't fund it directly, right? We rely on those local service managers and our district service managers on the ground, meaning our municipalities, to be our eyes and ears on the ground, to basically identify where the needs are and to ensure that the money flows where it's needed. Why? Because they really have a better idea. They're closer to the ground. They know what neighborhoods may have the supports that are needed, what neighborhoods may need additional supports and growth when it comes to providing more childcare spaces. And that's a valuable partnership. And so we based on the advice that we get from them, we move forward with the funding and we flow it to municipalities. And then they basically move forward with that funding and flow it to where it's needed.
Right, so what does the daycare provider need to show in order to get an X amount of dollars? Is it based on each individual child? What is it based on? Because right now they're saying, you know, our wages are increasing, we have to roll this on to parents, and obviously it's going to take at least 3 to 6 months before that money gets to them, right? So parents are going to look at these increases for at least maybe a year, maybe 3 to 6 months. So how long will it take for that money to actually get to them?
So I think some of that money is already flowing rather quickly, and some of it has already flowed quickly in some instances. I'll get a better update on that once I talk to my ministry folks. But I do know that in some instances the money has flowed forward already. In other instances it hasn't, and I need to get a full sense of what's going on across the province and where those supports are needed so that we can move forward. In terms of daycare centers and childcare centers, ensuring that they are getting the funding that they need to talk to their municipalities and local district service managers. That relationship is already established. It has been for some time, and they have to have that conversation and ensure that their municipalities are aware of their needs.
We have time for one last question.
Minister, will families get reimbursed for the additional costs that they are incurring?
That really is a question I can't answer because, as I said, we've moved the funding forward to municipalities, and they will be using their guidelines in place to decide how that money is moved forward and flowed to the child care centers that need it.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thanks.